So the only thing is you need to understand the concepts of the chapters in which type of vascular bundles are xylem and phloem present at the same radius. So what are the factors which is going to favor the process of formation of oxyhemoglobin? Outer part of the adrenal gland is called cortex. It produces the hormones of its own kind, corticoids. Even in the absence of pollinators, assured seed set. Hello dear students, myself B. Shobarani from the Department of Biology, Vidyashram Pre-University College, Mysore. In my today's session, I'll be solving 2018 Karnataka CET question paper. I think all of you know that particularly cracking this competitive exam is little bit quite tricky, right? So the only thing is you need to understand the concepts of the chapters very nicely, and that will definitely help you out to crack your competitive exams. And particularly you must use your presence of mind while marking the correct options, right? So you need to use your smart brain, right? Hard work is of course is very important. Along with hard work, smart work is very important for you all to crack such competitive exams. As you know, these competitive exams are a turning point in your life, and they are very important for you all, right? So let me help you out with this 2018 Karnataka CET biology paper, right? So I'll be solving 2018 Karnataka CET biology paper. Moving on to the first question. The correct sequence of taxonomic hierarchy is. Taxonomic hierarchy, as you know, starts from species to genus, then genus to family, family to order, order to class, class to phylum, and phylum to kingdom. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 taxonomical units. Each unit is called as what? Taxon. So the correct sequence of taxonomic hierarchy is option A. Genus, family, class, order, phylum, kingdom, species. So here you can see the first one only is genus is correct. But here you can see that the first one is wrong. Genus. First is what? Species. So you come across here and here. Here also you come across. What is the second option? So the B is species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. Option C, species, family, genus, kingdom, order, class, phylum. Option D, species, genus, family, class, order, phylum, kingdom. So among these three, I think this is already, it is wrong. So what is the second one? Genus. Here it is there. Here it is wrong. Here it is there. What is the third one? Family. Here it is there. Here it is there. Then order. Here you come across order. But here it is class. So this is also wrong. So which will be the correct option? See here, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. So you need to mark first the first right question among the options. That is how you can also make a guess which is the correct option, right? So among, see, you can see these three, you can come across the first one, species, species. Go to the second one. Suppose if first one is right, go to the second one. Second one also is right, go to the third one. Right? Maybe even third also may be right, but go to the fourth. 4, 5, 6 might be wrong. Right? So based on that, you can make a guess like which is the correct option. So species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. See here, species, genus, family, order, class, phylum, kingdom. So option B is correct. Option B is correct. Match the animals of column 1 with the respective classes in column 2 and choose the correct answer. So column 1, Appendodites, Hemidactylus, Carcharodon, Pteropus. Column 2, 1, Aves, 2, Chondrichthyes, 3, Mammalia, 4, Reptilia, and 5 is osteothecs. Actually here only 4 options are there, right? Now, appendodytes means what? They are nothing but a type of penguins. Penguins are called appendodytes. So what is it? A penguin is nothing but a bird. So option 1, aves, is correct. So birds are aves. Then hemidactyls, creeping animals. Creeping animals means what? Reptiles. Hemidactylus means what? Creeping animals. That is, reptiles are called as what? Creeping animals. Then Carcharodon means fish. That is, chondrichthyes. Then Pteropus means, actually Pteropus is nothing but the bat. Bat are called as Pteropus. So it belongs to which class? Mammalia. So 3. So 1, 4, 2, 3. So which is the option where you can come across 1, 4, 2 and 3. 1, 4, 2 and 3. That is option D. 1, 4, 2 and 3. So option D is correct. Right? Option D. That is 1, 4, 2 and 3. That is option D is correct. So appendodytes, aves, then hemidactylus, reptilia, Carcharodon, chondrichthyes. As you know, chondrichthyes is nothing but cartilaginous fishes. Then Pteropus, mammalia, that is a bat. Right? So moving on to the question number 3. Hope you can see this floral diagram. So when you see this floral diagram belongs to a family called Crucifera. And the example for Crucifera is Brassica campestris, that is mustard. Common name is mustard. So when you see the floral diagram, the floral formula will start like this. So it is bisexual. You can see both androecium and gynoecium. So it is bisexual. Calyx are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is arranged in 2 whorls. Calyx is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1 whorl and this is 1 whorl. So 2 plus 2. Calyx 2 plus 2. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then petals are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are in the form of cruciform. So you can also write it as CX4 also. C4. Right? But polypetalous, they are not fused. Right? They are not fused. Free. Then androecium stamens 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tetradynamous. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in 1. That is 2 stamens in 1 whorl and 4 stamens in 1 whorl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So tetradynamous, that is 2 in 2 whorls, 2 shorter and 2 longer. So that is androecium A2 plus 4. This is A2 plus 4. Then gynoecium, you can see here, it is bicarpellary, syncarpous, fused, and superior ovary. Superior ovary means what? All the other whorls are below the ovary. Ovary is above the other whorls. So it is superior ovary. So it is bicarpellary, syncarpous, superior ovary. So which is the formula which you come across here? That is, this is wrong. This is wrong. 3 tricarpellary. Here also it is wrong. Tricarpellary. Here it is actinomorphic. Here you can see actinomorphic. Then bisexual K2 plus 2. Right. Bisexual C4. Correct. Then you can also write it as X here. X. Cruciform means X. Then A2 plus 4. Correct. Then superior ovary. Then bicarpellary. So this is wrong. It is not fused here. So it is wrong. So the option C is correct. Option C is correct. In which type of vascular bundles are xylem and phloem present at the same radius? So when xylem and phloem are found together, we call it as what? Vascular bundle. Xylem and phloem together, we use the word called vascular bundle. So this is phloem, this is xylem. So in which type of vascular bundles are xylem and phloem present in the same radius? What is this? Different radii. So here you can see phloem, here you can see xylem. This is different radii. Here it is same radius. Same radius. When xylem and phloem are found on the same radius, then it is called conjoined. Here if it is present in different radii, it is called radial. So, in which type of vascular bundles are xylem and phloem present at the same radius? So, this is same radius. So, radial, wrong. Closed, wrong. Closed means what? When cambium is present, open, closed, right? Conjoint is correct. Then D, exarch is wrong. So, option C is correct. Option C is correct. That is, in which type of vascular bundles are xylem and phloem present on the same radius? Conjunctive tissue is present between I, what is it? And say 2, that is 1 and 2 in 2. What is conjunctive tissue? It is nothing but a parenchymatous tissue. Parenchymatous tissue. Conjunctive tissue is otherwise called as what? Parenchymatous tissue. Usually this parenchymatous tissue or conjunctive tissue is found between xylem and phloem in dicot root. So it is a parenchymatous, you can also call it as a group of parenchymatous cells. Group of parenchymatous cells found between xylem and phloem in dicot root. So option A. So conjunctive tissue is present between what and what, right? So pericycle, endodermis, dicot root, wrong. Xylem is the first one. Wherever you get xylem, it is correct. So here it is there, here it is there. Here it is wrong. So option A and C is wrong. Now you need to check in option B and D. Why? Because the first one is correct. Xylem. Second one is phloem. This is also correct. This is also correct. Go for the third one. So it is between dicot root. Here it is dicot root. Correct. Here it is dicot stem. Wrong. So option B is correct. Option B is So I is what? I is xylem. That is 1 is xylem, 2 is phloem, and here it is dicot root. So which is the option? Option B is correct. Option B is correct. So identify the major site of biosynthesis of lipids. So which is the site where lipid is synthesized? So Golgi apparatus is mainly involved in packaging of proteins. Right? B, mitochondria, all of you know, it is a powerhouse of the cell. Powerhouse of the cell, generates energy. Right? Then smooth endoplasmic reticulum, production of sterol. Sterol is a lipid. And hormone production also. Hormone production. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, dispatching proteins. So, identify the major site of biosynthesis of lipids is what? Here, packaging of proteins, wrong. Here, mitochondria, powerhouse of cell, wrong. Production of sterols, lipids, correct. This one, dispatching of proteins, wrong. So, identify the major site of biosynthesis of lipids is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, that is C. SER. Why it is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum? Without ribosomes. Without Ribose. So it has nothing to do with proteins. With proteins. So without ribosomes means without proteins. So it is synthesis of what? Lipids. So option C is correct. Option C is correct. So moving on to the question number 7. The following graph shows concentration of substrate on enzyme activity. What does the y-axis represent? So here this is a-axis and this is the y-axis. So what does the y-axis represent? So as the concentration of the substrate increases, the enzymes become saturated with substrate. So as the concentration of the substrate increases, the enzymes become saturated with substrate. So as soon as the catalytic site is empty, more substrate is available to bind and undergo reaction. So the rate of reaction here, the rate of reaction when the enzyme is saturated, here you can see concentration of substrate, when that is the rate of reaction when the enzyme is saturated with substrate is the maximum rate of reaction, that is V max. So what will be the option, correct option? Temperature, A is temperature, B is velocity of reaction, C is pH, D is pressure. So as I said, it is the rate of reaction, that is reaction velocity. This is reaction velocity. So option B is correct. Velocity of reaction. The following graph shows concentration of substrate on enzyme activity. What does the y-axis represent? The y-axis represent what? Option B, that is velocity of reaction. So it is maximum here. So you can see V max, velocity of reaction, that is option B is correct. Moving on to the question number 8. In the maize plant, carbon dioxide fixation occurs in both mesophyll and bundle sheath cells. The enzymes involved in these cells for the process respectively are in the chapter called photosynthesis. So in C4 pathway, carbon fixation takes place in mesophyll cells and the Calvin cycle takes place in the bundle sheath cells. So PEP carboxylase, phosphoenol pyruvate, phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase attaches to the incoming carbon dioxide molecule to the 3-carbon molecule called PEP, producing what? Oxaloacetate, that is a 4-carbon molecule. So the name of the enzyme that is involved is what? PEP carboxylase, phosphoenol pyruvate. So first option A, Rubisco and PEP kinase and pepsine, Rubisco and PEP carboxylase, PEP carboxylase and Rubisco. Here Rubisco, first one, option wrong. First should be what? PEP carboxylase. Here also it is wrong. Here also it is wrong. First one is Rubisco and next is PEP. Here PEP carboxylase and Rubisco. That is option D is correct. Option D is correct. The enzymes involved in these cells for the process respectively are phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase and Rubisco. The option D. Moving on to the question number 9. The following reaction, in the following reaction, identify X and Y respectively. So you have to identify X and Y. So what is X and what is? This is a reaction of oxidation of pyruvic acid. So here it is pyruvate dehydrogenase, and here this is acetyl CoA. So this is a reaction of oxidation of pyruvic acid. So X is pyruvate dehydrogenase and Y is acetyl CoA. So which is the one which you come across? A is water and acetyl CoA, wrong. Here acetyl CoA, here also you can see, here also it is wrong. Here you can see pyruvate dehydrogenase, correct. Here also you can see pyruvate dehydrogenase, correct. But what is the second one? Acetyl-CoA. Here it is there. So it is. Here it is oxaloacetic acid. So it is wrong. So option A is wrong, B is wrong, C is correct, D is wrong. So option C is correct. So what is X? X is pyruvate dehydrogenase and Y is acetyl-CoA. So option C is correct. Moving on to the question number 10. Which of the following factors is favorable for the formation of oxyhemoglobin? All of you know hemoglobin which carries oxygen is called as oxyhemoglobin in the alveoli of human lungs. So in the alveoli where there is high PO2, partial pressure of oxygen, high partial pressure of oxygen and low partial pressure of carbon dioxide. That means lesser hydrogen concentration and lower temperature are the factors which are going to favor for the formation of oxyhemoglobin. So what are the factors which is going to favor the process of formation of oxyhemoglobin? Lesser hydrogen concentration and lower temperature. Whereas in case of tissue it is vice versa. That is, when in tissue low partial pressure of oxygen and high partial pressure of carbon dioxide, more hydrogen concentration and more temperature is required for the process of formation of oxyhemoglobin. So what are the options? High PCO2, wrong. Option B, low temperature. See here, lower the temperature, correct. Then high hydrogen concentration. First low temperature, high concentration, wrong. High, it is low, lesser hydrogen concentration, low partial. So option B is correct. Option B is what? Lower temperature. Favors what? Process of formation of oxyhemoglobin. Lower temperature favors the process of formation of oxyhemoglobin. Moving on to question number 11. Digestion of both starch and protein is carried out by enzymes of option A, gastric juice, option B, saliva, bile juice, option C is bile juice, option D is what? Pancreatic juice. Gastric juice is involved in partial protein digestion. Partial protein, that is gastric juice. It has nothing to do with, that is both starch and proteins, partial protein digestion. Then saliva, partial carbohydrate digestion, carbohydrate digestion. Bile juice has no enzymes, but it is involved in what? Emulsification of fat. Then pancreatic juice contains the enzymes which can digest what? Starch and protein is digested. So this contains enzymes which digest what? Starch and protein. So option A, gastric juice is wrong. Option B, saliva is wrong. Option C, bile juice is wrong. Option D, pancreatic juice. So starch and protein is carried out by enzymes of pancreatic juice. So option D is correct. That is pancreatic juice is correct. Moving on to question number 12. The type of epithelium found in the inner lining of PCT. What is PCT? PCT is the proximal convoluted tubule of nephron. Nephron is what? Units of kidney. Structural units of kidney. structural units of kidney. So PCT. Usually PCT, so the type of epithelium found in the inner lining of PCT, is it squamous epithelium? Is usually made up of, this is made up of cuboidal epithelium. Is made up of cuboidal epithelium. So option A, squamous epithelium, wrong. B, cuboidal epithelium, correct. Here glandular epithelium, wrong. Ciliated epithelium, wrong. So the option B is correct. So the type of epithelium, as you know, epithelial tissue form the lining of the internal organs, visceral organs. So the type of epithelium found in the inner lining of PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, is cuboidal epithelium. So among the four options, which is cuboidal epithelium? That is B. Select the correct RH blood group of the parents whose child is affected with erythroblastosis fetalis. So erythroblastosis fetalis, erythroblastosis fetalis. So what do you mean by erythroblastosis fetalis? Erythro means what? RBC. Blastosis means what? Breaking. Fetalis means what? Fetus. So this is usually seen in the fetus which is developing in a mother's womb, where a woman is RH negative, marries a RH positive man. So women's blood is RH negative and the fetal blood is RH positive. So then you can see this erythroblastosis fetalis. So option A, both father and mother are RH positive. Wrong. Here erythroblastosis fetalis can occur when a woman is RH negative and a man is RH positive. So option B, mother is RH positive, wrong. Father is RH negative, wrong. Both father and mother are RH negative, wrong. Father is RH positive, correct. And mother is RH negative is correct. So option D. So option D is correct. So select the correct RH blood group of the parents whose child is affected with erythroblastosis fetalis. So when the parents, father is RH positive and mother is RH negative, then the chances of erythroblastosis fetalis is common. So the option is D. D is the option. Moving on to question number 14. In which of the following groups do the male and female gametophytes have independent and free-living existence? Among the plant groups which have the male and female gametophytes independent and free-living are bryophytes and pteridophytes. Gymnosperms do not have an independent and free-living existence. So only bryophytes and pteridophytes have the male and female gametophytes independent and free-living. That is gametophyte and sporophyte, like gametophyte. So option A, bryophytes and gymnosperms. So wrong. Option B, bryophytes and pteridophytes. Correct. Bryophytes and pteridophytes. C, pteridophytes and gymnosperm. Pteridophytes is correct. Here also bryophytes is correct. But gymnosperm is wrong. This is correct. This is wrong. Algae and gymnosperm is wrong. So option B is correct. So in which of the following groups do the male and female gametophytes have independent free-living existence? It is in bryophytes and pteridophytes. The hormones of fright, flight and fight are. Hope you remember the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland, which is found above kidney, produces two types, cortical hormones and medullary hormones. Particularly the medullary hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline, they are together called as emergency hormones, which prepare a person for three F's. What are the three F's? Three F's are fright, fight and flight. So this put together is called as 3 F's. So adrenal gland which is found above the kidney, hence the name adrenal, which produces, the outer part of cortex, outer part of the adrenal gland is called cortex. It produces the hormones of its own kind, corticoids. Medullary hormones like adrenaline and noradrenaline. Noradrenaline and noradrenaline, or they are also called as what? Epinephrine and norepinephrine. Either you can call it as adrenaline or epinephrine, noradrenaline or norepinephrine, which is also called as what? Emergency hormone. It prepares a person for 3 F's. What are the 3 F's? Fright, flight, fight and flight. So option A is what? Thyroxine and oxytocin. Wrong. Thyroxine, no. Oxytocin, no. Then B, thyroxine and melatonin. No. Thyroxine produced by the thyroid gland. Melatonin produced by the pineal gland. Here, thyroxine produced by the thyroid gland. Oxytocin is received, it is a hormone which is received by the posterior pituitary, right? And it is a hormone produced by the hypothalamus. Wrong. Then C, adrenaline and noradrenaline. Correct. Here gastrin and secretin is wrong. So the option is C. C is the correct option. The hormones of fright, flight and fight are, that is adrenaline and noradrenaline. Moving on to question number 16. In the given options, which one cannot propagate by vegetative means? Option A, a marginal piece of bryophyllum leaf. Yes, bryophyllum. So what are the vegetative structures? Vegetative propagation, which is also called as what? Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, which reproduces through vegetative structures. Vegetative structures. Vegetative structures are nothing but the plant parts. Plant parts which take part in reproduction. Take part in reproduction. So here leaf buds. Correct. Which one cannot? So what is our question here? In the given option, which one cannot propagate? This propagates by leaf buds. Correct. A middle piece by sugarcane internode? No. Sugarcane internode either through cuttings or reproduce through seeds. So vegetative means no. Wrong. So it is wrong. Cannot. A piece of potato tuber with eye? Correct. So a piece of ginger rhizome? Correct. So option B. So which cannot propagate by vegetative. Actually it is reproduced through seeds. So a middle piece of sugarcane internode. That is option B. Option B. Option B. Question number 17. Among the following statements related to pollen, choose the correct one. Statement 1. 40% of angiosperms, in 40% of angiosperms, pollen grains are shed at 3-cell stage. Correct. statement 1 is correct. Intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. Correct. Intine is the inner layer of the pollen grain, which is made up of cellulose and pectin is correct. And it is discontinuous with germ spore is wrong. This sentence is wrong. This is actually intine is made up of cellulose and pectin and it is continuous without germ pore. Discontinuous is with germ pore is exine. Exine, the outer layer. This is inner layer. Inner layer of pollen grain. Right. So, statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is wrong. Why it is wrong? Intine is made up of cellulose and pectin, correct, but it is not discontinuous. It is continuous without germ pore. The one which is discontinuous with germ pore is exine. So, option A. Both 1 and 2 are correct is wrong. Option B. Both 1 and 2 are incorrect, wrong. Option C. 1 is correct, 2 is incorrect, correct. 1 is incorrect and 2 is correct, wrong. So, option C. Statement 1 is correct and 2 is incorrect. So, option C is correct. So, match column 1 with column 2 and select the correct options among the following. DNA, column 1, DNA, translation, transcription and reverse. DNA is DNA polymerase. Then translation is amino acyl transcription synthetase. The enzyme which is used for translation is amino acyl transcription synthetase. Transcription, RNA polymerase reaction. Then reverse, with reverse transcriptase. For reverse transcription, the enzyme that is involved is reverse transcriptase. So, select the correct answer from the options given below. So, first one is 2, 4, 1, 3. So, which is the option which is having 2, 4, 1, 3? 2, 4, 1, 3. Here it is 2, 4. This is wrong. 2, 4, 1, 3 correct. Here 2, 3, 4, 1 wrong. Here 2, 1, 4, 3 wrong. So, option B. Here also it is wrong. Option 2, 4, 1, 3. 2, 4, 1, 3. Option B is correct. So, C is also 2, 3, 4, 1 wrong. 2, 1, 4, 3 wrong. So, option B is correct. When pollen grain is shed at 3-cell stage, name the cells it contains. When pollen grain is shed at 3-cell stage, I think all of you know, sometimes the pollen grain is shed at 2-celled stage. That is vegetative cell and generative cell. Sometimes the pollen grain is shed at 3-celled stage. 3-celled stage means what? That is the vegetative stage and 2 male gametes. Pollen tube with 2 male gametes, and vegetative stage will form what? Pollen tube. So, when pollen grain is shed at 3-cell stage, name the cells it contains. It contains what? Vegetative cell, that is vegetative cell and 2 male gametes. Now, let us see. 1 vegetative cell and 2 male gametes, correct. 1 vegetative cell, so here it is 1 vegetative cell, 2 male gametes. So, 1 vegetative cell, 2 male gametes, correct. Here 2 vegetative cell, wrong. Here also you can see in the options. Here also 2, here also 2. Vegetative cell, here it is 2 male gametes, here it is. So the option itself we can make out which is the wrong option. Just try to select the first one. First one, if it is correct, you can make a guess among the 4 options which is correct. So here you can see it is option A. Option A is what? 1 vegetative cell and 2 male gametes. Moving on to question number 20. Even in the absence of pollinators, assured seed set. Seed set means what? Giving rise to seeds will be there in Clistogamous flowers. I think all of you know these are the conditions for autogamy. Clistogamy, then Clistogamous flower, Chasmogamous flower, where the Chasmogamous flower, the anther and the stigma should lie closer to each other. In Clistogamous flowers, like the underground Commelina species, the flower remain closed even after reaching maturity. So, self-pollination becomes what? Mandatory. So, they remain closed even after reaching maturity. So, self-pollination becomes mandatory and is independent of the agents of pollination giving rise to seeds. That is for seed set. So, even in the absence of pollinators, assured seed set will be there in first one, Chasmogamous flowers? No. B, Geitonogamy? No. What is Geitonogamy? It is a transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a flower to the stigma of same plant but different flower. Right? Clistogamous flower, as I said, in Clistogamous flower, like the underground, the flower remain closed even after maturity. So, self-pollination is quite possible and is independent of what? Agents of pollination, right? Xenogamy, it is nothing but a type of cross-pollination. So, it is wrong. Self-pollination is possible here. So, Clistogamy. So, option C is correct. So, option C is correct.